Hi, I'm Stapler. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and this is the Rainbow Rant, where we talk about cartoons. And yeah, this is the first episode. We don't know what we're doing. We're talking about episode 20 of season 2 of Kaiketsu Zorori. And season 2 of Kaiketsu Zorori is called Majime no Fumajime, but that in itself has 2 seasons. So season 2 of Majime no Fumajime is season 3, depending on how you
It's
look
a
at it. It's kind of
right.
crazy.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
but hi.
so, this show was based on a children's book called Kaiketsu Zorori, and the children's book is from like maybe I should have kept the regular Wikipedia tab open.
I have it open for the show.
Okay.
For like Booksy, it translates to Incredible Zorori. It's a Japanese children's book series created by Yu Takahara and published by Poplar Publishing. And so
Okay.
it's been made into like comics, OVAs, anime films, anime itself, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And the novel
Okay.
series started in yeah, that novel series children's book thing started in November 1987, and it's still going on. Um,
Right. When you make a good thing, you make it last forever. Because you
yeah,
never know if your next work will pop off.
and also
But they
this,
also have a work called Prestigious Fried Chicken Elementary School, and I am curious.
yeah, and the character Zorori originally appeared in something else. I have to look that up. Oh, also Zorori is slightly based on a famous character called Zorro. And so that's why he's a fox, because in Spanish, Zorro means fox.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Okay,
I was just
I,
like,
I,
I was getting Zoro vibes, and I'm just like, okay.
I could be wrong, but I believe Zorori originally appeared in Spinach Man.
Which is another one of the works. But that's how it is. I'm just like, you have a work, and then like you make characters, and then you put them in other things. For example, Ramika Takahashi, she makes Rama One Half. She also makes a Yasha and Yorosai Yatsura. She is kind of notorious for using character designs and tweaking them slightly and then becoming a whole new character. Like in Yorosai Yatsura, there's a character that looks very similar to Ryoga Hibiki from Ranma, but they're 2 different characters. There's also a character that's drawn similar to Ryoga in Inuyasha and in Rinne. 2 different characters, there's just slight differences between them. So I
That
always found that interesting.
that reminds me. I don't remember who, but the creator of Osamatsu-san also does something similar. There's like a character, Ako, who's from Himitsu no Ako-chan, and she appears in Osamatsu-san slash Osamatsu-kun, and but like with a different name.
Yeah.
I know I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was.
Well, while you think about that, hi, I'm Chrissy Duffy. My pronouns are she, her, because I didn't introduce myself, so everyone's confused. But now you're not confused. Hi. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, so you may know
Yeah,
us
he was
from.
originally a villain in Spinach Man.
Okay. You may know us
It's
from.
under synopsis.
You may know us from Sonic Second, which is my other podcast, and I'm slightly formatting this one based on that. Okay. So the originally it was that novel series, and then there was an OVA in November 28th, 1989, and then a film in July 17th, 1993. The OVA, I think, is lost media because I have not been able to find it, but I have seen the film from the 90s. But it's only 28 minutes because Japanese films are weird, I guess. And then
Yeah.
eventually the the first television series was February 1st, 2004. Wait, okay, so that literally started the same day as Pretty Cure, because that also was February 1st, 2004.
Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Do any of the people working on it cross over? I think they both air on the same network, the ANN network.
I don't know if Pretty Cure airs on that same one, but TV Asahi, I think Pretty Cure might be on that. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, crossover with people, voice actors. Either Ishishi or Noshishi plays Dog in Futariwa Precure, and wait, you know, I'm just gonna look that up now.
Okay, well, you do that. I have the voice actor for Zorori pulled up. His name is Koichi Yaman. Hold on, let me go to the very top. See his full name. Koichi Yamadira. And you know how I referenced Rama earlier? It is because he's Ryoga Hibiki in Rama 1/2, as well as the Gosei Hyodai. Rama 1/2 is an anime my sister is super obsessed with when she likes the manga, so I have heard so much about this man over my life.
Interesting.
Oh, he's also Spike in Cowboy Bebop.
I thought you were gonna say My Little Pony.
No, but Cowboy Bebop. He does, if I recall, he does dub the genie in Aladdin. I remember being told he dubbed the genie in Aladdin. He dubs the Beast, Jacques and Cinderella. I remember being told he dubbed Genie or a character in Aladdin. He dubbed Sebastian. So if you pull up the Japanese soundtrack for Little Mermaid, he is Sebastian. Yeah, he dubs Genie in Return of Jafar, and he's the Japanese voice of Ralph.
Okay. So, I looked up Ishishi's voice actor, and that's Rikako Aikawa. She did not do anything in Precure, but she is prominent in Pokemon as Bulbasaur, Lapras, Psyduck, yeah, a bunch of Pokemon voices, and I'm looking to see if there's anything. She did a monkey ghost in episode 6 of Panty and Stocking.
Nice.
Oh, she was in Heal and Good Precure. She was Miss Smith from episode 17. I believe that's a foreigner character. With blonde hair. Okay, she was someone in Doraemon. Onabe, one of the Doraemon films. Onabe, Doraemon, Nobita and the Nobita and the Robot Kingdom. Oh, she did actually do Precure voices. She was Guderu in Precure All-Stars 2 and 3. And yeah. But moving on to Noshishi's voice, Motoko Kumai, she played the dog, I think, but it's not listed on the Wikipedia. And she also played Kofret from Heartcatch Precure. And she's also Shobe Yuatsu / Kobe Callis from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh! since so long. I am not finding a voice actor for Nellie who was in that episode that we saw, and she was very cute. But
that's insane.
Wikipedia was the voice actor for her.
Oh, okay. Apparently she played Yuna Kamihara from Stitch 2008.
Ah, nice.
You know Stitch?
I know a lot about, like, the anime. I'm seeing Ash's Squirtle on this girl's, on Rikako's, voice acting list for the Indigo League, and I'm just like, you were the Squirtle? Oh my god, she was the Caterpie!
She also played Ryoku from Soul Eater. I loved
So
Soul
bad.
Eater.
I remember I started Soul Eater and did not watch a lot of it.
I looked up
So I'm just like,
Nyoku
which
since
one
I
is which?
didn't remember him, and I don't think he's a major character. Oh wait, she played. Wait, hold on. I see Wedding Peach, but okay, Putrid from Wedding Peach. Unknown date. Wedding Peach. Okay, I looked up Putrid Wedding Peach and it's not giving me anything. So I don't remember that character, but she was on Wedding Peach, and Wedding Peach's great. I'm just gonna stop looking at this wiki for her because I'm just gonna talk about hours of a bunch of random stuff. But you know, she worked on things. Oh, you said you were gonna look at the dub actor for Zorori.
Oh yeah, I know. I looked up what Koichi did for dubbing. Let me see. Where is his page again? I go back to his main page. The Wikipedia only lists the Japanese voice actor over here, or at least on the fan wiki for the actual character.
Russell Waite is his English voice.
Russell Waite.
I don't think I've heard that name before. So before we even talk about him, I want to read what it says about the dub. January 28th, 2007, a Hong Kong produced English dub version by Red Angel Media aired on Cartoon Network, Philippines. So it's already interesting that that it was dubbed in Hong Kong and then aired in the Philippines. That's like how there was a Winx Club dub that was recorded in Canada, and then it aired in I don't even remember what country. Singapore.
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times, like the Philippines will get like an English dub that we. This man voices Richard Moore in a very specific dub. Sorry, I got distracted. So I pulled him up on like a dubbing fandom wiki, and he did the Animax Asia dub for Kogoro Mori, which is Richard Moore from Detective Conan.
Wow.
And also Naraku, Sesshomaru, Sango's father, Koga, a bunch of characters in Inuyasha. There's for Ramen 1/2, there's Son Tendo and a Takiwaka Kuno for an Animax Asia dub. He did some voices in Dragon Ball, General Blue, for a Tin Shinhan Animax Asia dub because stuff has dubs. Oh, he was Bato in a dub of Ghost in the Shell. And Doraemon, which is that anime with the blue cat robot. He is in the LUK dub as a Toby Nobi. XX Tolic, Shizuka Domeki. I'm probably mispronouncing that. He voices a Hannah in Tokyo Godfathers and Animax Asia dub. He also does voice direct for Shin-chan and Doraemon for the LUK dub.
Wow, that's a lot of voice acting. Which, I mean, I guess that's normal.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be weird if a voice actor did one.
Right, it says he's active in Hong Kong. They do link to his official website.
Ooh, no way.
Right.
I need to see that website.
Voiceover director, actor, script adapter, video games, dubbing, anime, and voiceover. So it's got some demos on here, some video portfolio pieces, there's some pictures.
Wow, that's crazy.
Contact me section. A map of, I guess, where his studio is located in Hong Kong. Some other stuff. Like there's a blog, a demo, an about section.
Wow.
It's a lot of stuff. So, yeah, so his about section is like, it starts off, I have been lucky enough to work as a professional voiceover artist and voiceover director for over 15 years in Hong Kong. And it talks about like his career and stuff. He has like, these are things that I've done like narration work on. He's got like his dubbing Animax SEA list. So like he's got like this is the show, this is the character I played. Yeah. He doesn't list the Zorori on here, but he does list like and many others. Like Yu Yu Hakusho's on here, but I didn't see it on the other website.
I'm sure someone cares about Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm kidding.
My husband loves it. I watched it and I like the guy with the pompadour who screams Urameshi. And I think he stops him because this guy wrote Kuwabara, and I think that's that character's name.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's kind of one of those shows that I just see the character designs and I'm like, oh, that's not for me. This isn't kiddie enough.
Yeah. I think I just never saw any ads for it. Like, I think based off the look of it, it would have aired around the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball time slot. And depending on like how the commercials were, I probably just was not a fan.
Yeah. I might give it a shot one day.
I gave it a shot and I just like to laugh.
That's fair.
I'm over here making jokes, but it's pretty much the same reason like my husband will watch Pretty Cure with me. He will also make jokes because he is not a fan.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not a fan of all the magical girl things. He's just like, who gave these children a baby?
Okay, we missed a really important thing in his career. He played Mr. White in 2 episodes of The Adventures of Hello Kitty and Friends.
We missed it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
How could I miss Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty is important. Yeah. I don't know who Mr. White is in Hello Kitty, but I think it's just because I haven't... Hello Kitty for me was like coloring books and stickers and a how to draw book. I have not consumed enough of like the Hello Kitty media.
Me too. I think I've seen like 1 episode of a random Hello Kitty cartoon.
Yes. I watched one and found out Tara Strong was in it.
Yeah. I think one of the Hello Kitty cartoons was done by Deke. But there's also like Japanese Hello Kitty cartoons that were dubbed in English. It's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it was Deke Animation. They had some Hello Kitty cartoons. They were made, Toei Animation made them. And like they were like, it was a joint adventure between the two of them. And then, so there's a Japanese dub and an English dub. And that's what I was watching. It was like the Japanese theater one where it was like cute, like Back in the Beanstalk and stuff. That's what I began watching.
I see.
Very good.
So what are we gonna talk about now?
We can talk about the episode because like there's no other voice actors I think we can pull up at this moment.
Yeah. So I didn't take any notes because I'm doing it the Sonic Underground way, or I just go on memory, but I don't remember, so I'm just gonna like watch the episode and split up.
Because like I remember the episode starts out, she's got them following her as she's flying.
Okay, I've decided a part of this podcast is going to be me playing the theme song.
Yes.
So
the theme song was nice.
Let's listen to the theme song.
Yeah.
おやつをこっそり食べてた時も
Are you able to hear it on your side? Because I am not.
Oh, I am.
Okay, cool. So long as your OBS can pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, it's because I'm not streaming it.
That's right.
Okay, so we start off with Zorori, Noshishi, Ishishi are
They're
being.
like tied by rope to Nellie's broom, and she's just like, "We gotta go. Stuff's in trouble."
Yeah. Also, I want to introduce Nellie briefly. She's like obviously a magical girl witch. She first appears in like one of the episodes of season 2. She is from the books. She's not original for the show, but there are some other characters that are original for the show. Specifically, one that I specifically chose this episode because he debuts here. So now they're in this forest and it's all black and white, and
Hey, baby.
Noshishi's like, the colors are all weird, what the hell? And then they talk about that, but like, what's going on? This is a weird forest. And are you
I
still
also
there?
like how the forest, when they enter it, it's black and white, but they also use all the colors. At the moment, there's a spider in the bathroom, and my arachnid.
Okay. Let me know when you're back. Wait, that was a silly thing to say. じゃぱさらにじゃぱななきななななななななななな決められじゃぱじゃぱ空あった時はするにじゃぱ
Your bathroom.
You're back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To me. Alright, spider has been vanquished. This is still really nice. I also appreciate like the shots we have of it, like where part of the screen's in like the bright, vibrant colors, and you have the black and white, the dual colors, and the two characters just like it's Ishinoshi and Nishioshi, right? I will mess up their names.
Ishishi and
But I know
Noshishi. Ishishi is the one without the mole. Noshishi is the one with the mole. And you can
Yeah.
barely see the mole. Like, can you see it? Can you tell where it is?
I see one has like a darker freckle on a cheek by there too.
Yeah. The one that's partially in the gray area. That's Noshishi.
Yeah, but I appreciate like them playing with the color like
Oh, and also there's the
White
Sailor
area.
Moon sparkling sound effect that plays when Nellie says something.
Right?
And they're basically like, okay, Zorori, you gotta help me with this thing. This magic thing.
She makes like this like little like face
Yeah.
after like she gets them to agree.
Okay, so this guy with his cool sunglasses is flies down, and the animation's really good, and there's fog everywhere. And
He's
somebody's
definitely
like,
meant to be like
"Who are
I
you?"
am the cool guy stereotype.
Yeah, he's like checking things out, and Zorori just hates him for no reason. And Ishishi and Noshishi are like, this guy's so cool, just based on the way he looks.
So like if you look at like all these characters, he is the most humanoid out of all the characters I saw in this episode.
Mm-hmm. That's like one of the main things
looks
about
like
it.
He doesn't quite belong.
Yep, just like just like a lot of characters from Sonic Underground, because this is a show original character, and so they made him like so much more detailed and humanoid, and a lot of people don't like him because he has a human face, and that's how a lot of Sonic Underground characters look. They do not look like Sonic characters, and this guy does not look like a Kaiketsu character.
They don't look like humans. They don't look like Mobians. The Sonic Underground characters, my husband said it best, they look like random Star Wars aliens. To me, they look like aliens from Space Jam. They don't make sense. They don't belong. And this guy is falling into that.
I should... If I could mimic styles better, I would draw Roger in the Sonic Underground style, and then draw...
hold on. I will add that to like my art video idea list, because I have been drawing characters in the style of Sonic not Sonic Underground, but if they were like Mobians
Okay.
for like the Hedgehog franchise, I am working on Charmander currently. The last one that went up was the Seal Digimon from Digimon Adventure that was Joey's partner, and Sailor Venus. Those were the last two I completed.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Also,
I will write down Roger.
you mentioned Mobian. The interesting thing about this series is just like the Japanese Sonic canon, Kaiketsu Zorori does take place on a planet called Earth, but it is obviously not our Earth.
Right.
And I feel like if there was
people, it is animal people, and I like the cute animal people. It gives it like that fun, like it definitely started off as a children's book kind of vibe.
Yeah, and I feel like if this show was English localized, I mean, I guess it was, but it's partially lost media. Maybe if this was localized in America, maybe they would have changed Earth to something else, just like they did with Sonic. I wonder.
It became Mobius and its Bible.
Yeah, now I have to I want to come up with something like Mobius for Zorori, because that would be really convenient. So I can say, yeah, Roger doesn't look like a Mobian. I mean, he doesn't look like a Mobian, but yeah, he doesn't look like a Zorori Earth. Actually, that's fitting, because there are aliens in Zorori, and they use the term Earthling to describe the main characters. Anyways, back to the episode itself. They're like, yeah, he's so beautiful. Oh, wait, inner beauty matters. And then Zorori's like, don't compare me to that guy, and then hits them. Well, actually, no, he hits them first and then says, don't compare me. So Roger and Nellie are talking about the seal, and they need to recover the forest's color, and it's cool. It's cool plot stuff. I love it.
Plot stuff. For whatever reason, the seal can't be removed. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're not a wizard magician, so you can't be of any help. Go home, fox boy.
Yeah. They're so useless, obviously. And he goes on about different spells, and there's a youth spell that he mentions, and there's I guess someone's imagining
that little gag of like Zoe becoming like a child and then just like a tiny like little slug.
Yeah, he becomes a fetus, I guess. Nellie gets a flashback to something, and she's like, I might be the problem. I might have been the one who did the thing. I might be the reason that this is happening.
You didn't do it on purpose, it just happened.
Yeah, so they go off, and Zorori's like, he's such an unbearable, arrogant guy. What are you talking about? How the fuck is he arrogant? He's just, I don't know. If we're gonna call someone arrogant, it's perfect that I'm comparing him to Bartleby. Bartleby's arrogant. This guy's not.
Yeah. Kind of like just,
Wait, you know what? Zorori is what's the word? Projecting. Because he's arrogant.
Yeah.
He speaks in ore. He's like ore-sama, which is like the most arrogant way of saying I in Japanese. Anyways, these people from this train or something come falling down, and they have clouds over their heads, and they're blind, and they need help, right. And they're about to fall from a cliff.
And like his facial, they do like a lot of nice like facial reactions, as they're just like, okay, stop moving. They eventually get everyone to be like, okay, we're gonna get you all to sit down, tell us what happened. I really do like the bus driver's one that is like the little bird on the arrow little thing you see on farms and stuff.
Yeah. And then, so they talk about their story about getting covered by fogging. They couldn't see anything because they were flying somewhere. I think you just described that, but, you know, maybe the listeners need that described just 2 times. You never know.
Right. You never know.
So they're all really sad that they're blind now, and I feel like maybe it'd be good if... I feel like I want to hear a disabled person's take on this episode, because I don't know if this is good. But anyways,
Like, these people just became blind, but they're obviously a lot calmer than, like, I think someone would be. But I think it's like, you hear them talk about fog, so I think they're just like, there's this weird, odd, magical fog that's making it where we can't see, instead of, like, just, oh, we're blind forever kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think, like, they still have that hope of it'll all get fixed.
Yeah,
I
and
do
then
appreciate, like, when Roger is like, hey, go home, I'll fix it, I'll go over, like, report it. He's not even talking about, like, fixing the fact that none of these people can't see. He's just like, I gotta go back to the Magic Tower and do my report. And then, like, Zoe's like, you're rude, I'm awesome, how dare you dismiss me? And then, like, he does this really cool, like, transformation. I like the music that plays as he goes into, like, his Zorro superhero outfit, and he's like, I'll fix it, wait and see, you can't ignore me then. And then I
yeah,
appreciate the commercial break where we have, like, this cute, like, riddle.
yeah, and she's like, it's gonna be answered at the end of this program instead of, kind of reminds me of the "Who's that Pokemon?" And in most of the Pokemon, it would be after the next commercial break. But in Pokemon Black and White, for some reason, they would answer it at the end of the episode instead.
I know I'm currently watching Pokemon Horizons, I'm watching it in Japanese. What I appreciate is, like, you get, it's at the end of the episode where it's like Professor Freed's, like, little Pokemon information seminar, and they give you, like, a little quiz, like, how does this Pokemon use its electric abilities? Where does it store it? And then you play the ending theme song, and then you get the answer to that. I think that's really cool. And I'm upset it's not in the English dub.
Yeah, did you know the English dub of Pokemon Horizons is airing on BBC? It's the same channel as Doctor Who. And I wonder if other Pokemons before aired on BBC. Because, like, the only reason I know that this one did is because that's, like, where the dub premieres.
Yeah, the dub premieres on BBC, which is new, but I feel like it's because the BBC is Britain's main airing network, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the cartoon aired on there previously before Horizon.
Yeah.
It is just surprising that it is premiering on there because America has to wait for Netflix.
Yeah, and I haven't looked it up, but based on what I watched, they all sound like they don't sound British. Like, so I wonder where the dub was recorded.
Oh, the dub is recorded in America and Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the English dub that it's the same English dub we're gonna get here in the US. It's just premiering over in Britain first. Britain tends to use the American Canadian dub of whatever we have. Philippines tends to get their own dub if they do get a second English dub. So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. But it's the same dub. It's just it's premiering over there because the US, the Pokemon company, has it set to go through Netflix currently, and Netflix won't just do a week by week episode. They're doing it for Delicious and Gun Staten, man.
Yeah,
It's
a
okay.
little unfair. Because it's
And
not
I'm just
even.
like, I'll log into my Netflix
It's not
every
like they.
week to watch a new Pokemon episode. Come
Yeah,
on.
and it's not like they don't have the episodes already dubbed. Like, they can just do that. Like, the only reason I can think for them to not release it is if there's no closed captions. But if it airs on TV, I feel like there are closed captions. But,
Right.
yeah, weird. So,
The only thing I can think of is the audio description track list, which you could add later.
yeah, I don't know. Netflix is weird. After the ad break, we go back to them, and Zorori is like touching people the fog, and he's like, what did he say?
Like,
Fog
he
is so
ripped
thick
out
and big.
somebody's shirt, didn't he?
Yeah, and they're
And
like,
then,
how do we get him back to normal? And he's like, I don't know.
not sure yet. I wanted to show up Roger, though, so I talked a big game.
Yeah,
And Roger's just over there watching him like a jerk. Like, dude, didn't you say you had something to do? You're just gonna sit here and watch. I really
And
like this item he pulls out. I'm just like, I know for a fact it's product placement, but it's a
yeah,
really cute, like, little handheld video game item.
yeah,
And I
Nacha
like that
Nacha
it's so
Tracker.
little.
I don't know, I don't remember exactly when it premieres, but it first appears in this season, and then it never appears again after this season. And I don't remember if we ever get any other, like, toy-etic items. I feel like the Zorori ball might be one. But, like, outside of that, I don't think they really do much. Maybe some of his robots that he builds turns into toys, but, like, yeah. Kind of
Oh, if there's
strange.
robots in this anime, yeah, I can imagine they had, like, toy versions of that because boys love robots. I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't love robots? Boy, girl, I'm just like, robots, dinosaurs, colorful things.
If we're gonna talk about things kids love, the first episode has a dragon.
Kids love dragons.
Yeah.
Always dragons. Dragons are cool. Dragons are dinosaurs that can fly.
Yeah.
Things children love. Dinosaurs, trades, colors.
Yeah. So, I don't remember what the riddle was, but it's not important.
It
We
was
figure
something
out.
about water or whatever. The answer was waterfall.
Yeah.
And the
Something about
kid,
water in a high place, and they're like, oh,
right,
waterfall. So they go up to a waterfall, and uh, then they see a cloud that's going really fast. Or, okay, they go up to a waterfall, they climb it, and then they see a cloud that's going really fast, and it
right,
hits Noshi, or I don't know, Ishishi or
yeah.
Noshishi, doesn't matter which one. And then
It covers your face with frost,
the other guy catches the cloud with his hands.
right? And this is also like we only have 2 fart jokes in this episode. Because you warned
Yeah.
me that there were a lot of fart jokes in this series because it is made for that elementary demographic who love fart jokes.
Yeah. The thing about fart jokes in this series, like, uh, I don't remember which episode exactly, but you start watching the show and there's nothing. And then one random episode, it appears, and it's really funny because it's so out of nowhere. It's like fart powered rocket ship or something, and it's like that is so funny, so random. And then after that, it just almost every episode has a fart joke.
Right? I find this one interesting because like they're making them fart with yams, and I'm just like I've eaten yams before. Yams are basically a sweet potato, and they've never made me gassy. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know why, but it seems like in Japanese media, sweet potatoes are what make you fart. And there was a
Just
whole
like
Ojamajo During Me episode about that.
yeah. So I wonder if like they have like if what they call yams are different from what we call yams here.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, if they're gonna talk about farts in this show. In the season 2 finale, they save the world by farting. Uh, I'm not gonna
I
describe
mean,
how, because that's kind of a spoiler,
Shrek is
but
always saying better out than in. So,
yeah.
but yeah, they feed the cloud a yam and it parts away its cloudy fogness and it's another one. It's pretty much a pure white version of the fairy that's been with Nelly this whole time. Just
Nacho.
saying nacho, nacho. You know, all
Yeah.
I can think is nacho.
And so they think the color's restored because of that fairy, but the white fairy only restored the white color of that part of the forest, and they need to collect all the other color najos. And we also find out that Nellie was indeed the one who did that thing because she recited a spell from a book, and that spell also made Najo unable to talk now.
Right? Because just like, didn't we get a flashback of Najo going, "Hey, don't do that thing,"
Yeah,
and then throughout the whole episode, Najo is just saying Najo, 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 like a Pokemon. So I'm just like, maybe I was just sleepy and misunderstood it.
yeah. So because of the spell, Najo can't talk right now until the thing is broken. And yeah.
So now, like, we have a plot to follow for the series. We'll see how many episodes actually follow it. Because I'm pretty sure, like, not every single episode is going to follow that plot.
Yeah, I think there are some, like, random episodes where they don't, like, advance that part. But, yeah. And then eventually it does get resolved, and then the next season happens. And Zorori is motivated by, if I get the other Najos, I might find cool stuff like this. And by this, I mean, the people reward him for saving them by giving him a bunch of, stuff.
Right. He likes things. Who doesn't like being told, hey, you did a good job.
Yeah,
Here are things.
Yeah, he likes things. And I'm gonna see if there's anything important. Okay. And then we see a guy, this mysterious
Just
guy.
watching creepily behind a tree with a glowing yellow eye in a cloak. Yeah, you're sus. I don't know why you're so sus, but you're sus.
Yeah. So then the ending.
Yeah. The ending credits look really cute because it looks like it's Zorori as a child in his house.
I forgot to get rid of the sped up thing because I was watching a sped up. Okay, speed, normal.
Yeah. But the ending credits, I like them because it looks like it's just him as a child in his house. Like with his mom, and I think you see pictures of like what I believe to be his dad, of Zorori, which I found interesting.
So
and it's really adorable, like nice, quaint, small, like house. Oh, the TV is actually playing the show in black and white.
Yeah. You said that, and I immediately noticed it. I don't think I've noticed that before, and if I have, I forgot.
Right. I was just like, is it this specific episode that's playing, or is it like a different episode in general?
It's this episode. I recognize that clip.
Because I was just like, some of these clips look like they came from this episode. So it must be clips from this episode. I think that's a really nice touch.
So, his mom, it's revealed somewhere in the series that his mom is dead, and, like, he's always talking about, like, his mom and heaven, and, oh yeah, well, even though Christianity isn't that popular in Japan, this show, like, in the first season, at the end, it's, like, very Christian in that, like, there's heaven and hell.
Oh,
because, Zorori dies and he goes to hell, and then at some point he goes to heaven to meet his mom, and then his mom is like, you're not finished with your life, like you have so much to do, you need to go back to life because you weren't actually meant to die, and it's kind of crazy.
But I think this one's a really good one because like you start off like a plot point in this episode. You gotta go collect all the colors, which is perfect for rainbows.
Yeah.
They gotta go and collect all the Najos of each different color to go and fix the magic forest that she broke. She didn't mean to break it, but she broke it.
I just realized that this is like the perfect Zorori episode to start on this podcast because this is the Rainbow Rant.
Yes. I thought you had specifically chosen it because it starts off this rainbow plot quest of collecting all the colors.
No, I chose it.
No, you chose it for Pretty Rabbit Cat Guy, and I'm not. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, also, something I want to mention is, like, one of the reasons I like this arc, I obviously like the collect arcs. They're cool. I like this season because it's about magic, and there's a magical girl, and she has that companion, and I love the riddles and stuff. It's like so cool.
Yeah, the riddles are cute, and I feel like it also gets like definitely animated in a style and produced in a style that's definitely meant to attract the elementary school audience. I think the riddles are really nice because like it'll make them sit there and think for a while. while watching the episode of like, oh, how could this riddle be solved? There were like really simple riddles that like I as an adult overthought, but I think it's really nice.
Yeah. So, and I love the stock footage of him using the Najo Najo Job spin, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Also, back to it being this show starting in February 1st, 2004. That means that February 1st of this year was both the 20th anniversary for Precure and this specific adaptation of Zorori. Yeah, that was really cool. It's really nice to introduce someone to this show, and it's like interesting. It's fun how I just chose a random episode instead of like the first one to show you.
Right, but it makes sense for like the theming of colors, because I'm just like Rainbow Rant. We're gonna talk about shows that are colors, because colors are really a very nice theming convention. You got the twins; they're in like the exact same thing. Which is actually a rarity, because normally they give the twins a slightly different color on them.
Yeah,
but I think I just didn't pay enough attention to them to notice it.
In the 90s film, they do wear different colors, but in this one, they just like one of them has a mole. I don't know what they look like in the children's book. I think I've seen an image of them in the children's book. Don't remember. They probably look the same in that one. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Yeah, this is one of my favorite shows. Maybe next episode you can introduce me to something. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Rainbow Rant. I'm gonna be honest. My reasoning for this podcast name was like alliteration, and I like rainbows, and I like and a lot of shows I like happen to be really colorful. I'm probably gonna end up talking about a show that's in black and white because I like Bewitched and I like Sally the Witch, and those started in black and white, so that's gonna be ironic.
I haven't seen Sally the Witch yet. I keep meaning to like watch an episode of it. I did watch Miki Momo, and that was a trip.
Yeah,
I watched an episode in Japanese and in English, two of like the first episodes, and I'm just like, this is weird. A lot's happening all at once, and my brain can't keep up.
Yeah, I might cover Minky Momo on this show. There's a lot of shows to cover.
Right.
What if I just
Rainbow
tell
Bright
the audience?
Is definitely one because I keep seeing Rainbow Bright dolls currently.
Rainbow Bright was originally going to be the first episode of this podcast, and I was going to record it with my friend after we like watched the whole show, because I was originally going to do episodes based on our impressions of the whole show. But we never ended up watching the whole thing, even though it's only 12, 13 episodes.
You also have the movie. I watched the movie a whole bunch because my sister actually shares a name with the princess from the movie of Rainbow Bright. So, yeah. My sister hates that character because she's evil.
It's going to be interesting covering movies in podcast form for me, because I'm used to covering things that are 20 minutes long. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I might like just cover 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Who knows?
For Rainbow Bright, because like Rainbow Bright is the one I think of, like, because it really is a color-coded show, and I've been wanting to like sit down and like redesign Rainbow Bright characters, just for like fun and giggles and little artist brave. So that would be fun for me. I would probably pick the episode where we delve into Murky's trauma. That would be the episode I would probably pick, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, the one with his mom?
Yeah. It's been a minute since I watched that episode. But like there's so many like shows, like Power Rangers, all the characters are color coded. Like first episode of Power Rangers, you see them. You never see them out of these colors ever, or rarely. Okay. If you ever do.
I'm gonna list off the things that I wrote for shows that I'm thinking of covering. First one is the one we just covered today, Kaiketsu Zorori, and then the one we just talked about, Rainbow Bright. And then I'm thinking Ball of the Fairies, Gem and the Holograms, Winx Club, She-Ra,
Yes.
the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Aikatsu, Precure Splash Star, Bomberman Beat 'em and
Flash
Baku
Star I've been
Gaiden.
enjoying.
You said you enjoyed that one?
Yeah, I've watched some of Splash Star. I think I'm like 15 or so episodes into Splash Star right now.
That's like one of my
I made
favorite
it to Fire
seasons.
Dude.
And like
I,
people don't really talk about it that much. And I specifically want to cover it because there was a whole Precure podcast that covered the first two seasons, Futariwa and Max Heart, and then they
Yeah.
skipped over to Delicious Party, and Splash Star is the third season. So I'm like, okay, well,
Right.
someone needs to do a podcast on that one.
Right. Splash Star I've really been enjoying. I watched Tropical Rouge, and then I was watching a bunch of like videos ranking the Pretty Cure franchise, like each season, like ranking them like S to F tier. And someone said, Splash Star is really good. It is basically what the first two seasons did, but they fixed some of the issues that the first two seasons had.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, I haven't watched the original first season yet. I went straight for Splash Star. So Splash Star is the earliest Pretty Cure I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say after that, but
You were reading your list.
yeah. Bomberman Beat 'em on Baku Gaiden, Bomberman Jetters, Strawberry Shortcake, and those are the things I already wrote down. I'm gonna add Ojimajidori Nita. And also Angela Anaconda.
That show is so good, and I remember seeing a making of video of it, and I think it's still on YouTube. If I find it, I'll send it to you over Discord, because they talk about the program they used to make the show, which is a program that's no longer produced, and I don't know if you can still get that program, but it's a really interesting program, and how they made it was really cool.
Yeah. I'm so glad to hear that you say it's so good. Most people hate it, but it is really good. Like, it's a good show.
I personally, the only thing I remember is the art style, which as a child freaked me out, but as an adult and someone with an animation degree who's really into like art history and stuff, I'm just thinking this is really cool. It's a very innovative way to create a show. So yeah, as an adult, I have a lot more appreciation for it. But also, I was a huge Digimon fan, and the first Digimon movie, even on the VHS, had the Angela Anaconda short.
Yeah.
And then there was also, you remember, it's the spooky cereals, Count Chocula, Barry Frankenstein, and Boo Berry.
Yeah.
They used to come with CDs in the box. So you would buy the box of cereal, and it came with a CD, and it was an ABC Family Halloween themed CD, and it had a song from Angela Anaconda where she's singing about Boo, I'm going to scare you, about the annoying rich girl with the curls. And then it also had the Digimon theme song. Yeah, Minette Moir, I'm going to scare you. And it also had the Digimon theme song on it, and I listened to the CD a lot to remember that those two songs were right next to each other.
Yeah. If I could get her, I would love to have Amazon Kane as a guest because she's like a huge Angela Anaconda fan. I'm gonna have to wrap up quick because my internet turns on in exactly a minute. So, yeah. So, I'm not gonna come up with a Japanese title because this is already in Japanese. People can find you at Chrissy Deathy everywhere. And you can find me. I'm gonna just add an audio clip. And until next time, keep on being colorful. Bye.
Bye.
For podcast questions, you can email me through staplersound@gmail.com. As for social media, my main account on Tumblr and Twitter is Magical Stapler, with my art account being Stapler Art. You can also commission me at ko-fi.com/staplerart/commissions. That's ko-fi.com/staplerart.